Welcome back. Just creating an instance. Practice. T2.micro is keep it. Select all security group and launch the instance. Okay, so in our last session, we started practicing all the shell script concepts, like coding concepts, and then we are persisting the log files, and we are using colors. We are checking validations, and we started implementing shell script for deleting the old log files. This is the command to get the .log file extensions, and with more than 2 weeks ago created date. Okay, and yeah, so today, so last time we installed Gmail as well. So this is the document. You can use Gmail from the Linux server to send email alerts. Okay, so today we are going to practice disk usage. This is the use case. Okay, we already discussed in the last session. So we need to continuously check disk memory and send alert emails if it is more than threshold. Okay, so this is the use case, and we can write algorithm. So writing algorithm is very important for coding or scripting. So before that, let us connect to our instance and complete the Gmail setup. Yeah, so you need to update the OS packages except kernel packages, because kernel packages we don't change usually until if the OS is getting updated from CentOS 8 to CentOS 9. Okay, so this will take some time. So within the time, let us complete the algorithm. So take this as assignment. Okay, installing Gmail in a Linux server. Okay, so your assignment for today is install Gmail in Linux server through shell scripting. Okay, prompt user for Gmail username, password, and complete installation. So we have the document ready. So just follow this process. Okay. Yeah. So now let us check the algorithm. First thing, you need to check the disk memory. That is the first point. Check disk memory. Compare with threshold. If more than threshold, trigger alert email. Okay. For example, so usually threshold will be, we will take it as 70%, but here for the practice, our systems are not busy. So it is not 70% right now. So we'll take it as 10%. Okay. So if more than threshold, trigger the alert email. This is the algorithm. Now we can configure the steps one by one. Okay. So now first command to check memory. So the command is df-h generally. If you give t, it will give you in percentage. df-ht is the command to check disk memory. And from this, we need to extract the values. So yeah, let's wait for it. Complete the assignment. And maybe some of you have completed the assignment of last Friday. You can share in the Slack. Others, you please test it. So if person A, person B completed assignments, person A should test the script of person B should test the script of person A. Yeah, it's done. Now the next step, install the third-party packages and restart. Enable. After that, and create the passwords in this file. So as I said, you need to enable the app passwords. You can go here and manage your Google account, and here security and two-step verification is on. I'm just stopping the screen for a second. Yeah, at the bottom you have an app password. Deleting this, just you can give any name. This is the password. Copy this. Okay. Now in this file, you need to give the password. Okay. So this is the format. And after that, just inform postmap that password is given. Okay, you can just trigger a test email. Okay, this is done. Setting up Gmail is done. Just automate this through the shell scripting. Now we need to write shell script. Okay. Just creating another file, disk usage. Shebang /bin/bash. So any script should have all these things. Okay. Colors, validations. So these two are mandatory, and log redirections. Okay. So we have our log file equal to log file directory. I'm just storing this in /temp. Okay. And let us get the time. And script name, finally log file. Okay. log file directory slash script name, and it will store with the current date dot log. Okay, so you can use any format. So logs is done, and then validations and colors. Colors we already have somewhere. That is, yeah, these are the colors. So for this, no need of root access. So I'm not going to write a condition to check the root access or not. Okay, now let us see the command. So df-ht is the command. Okay, you can see. So this is the file system. And remaining things, they are not the file system. They are like just temporary storages and some swap memory, all those things. We don't need to care about those things. Our concentration is on this one. We have 10 GB disk, and out of that, we are using 3.2 GB. So 32% we are using it. Okay. So out of this, generally, if you grep for TMPFS, so everything has TMPFS. Only our disk, actual disk has XFS. So I want except TMPFS. So in that case, the opposite of grep is -v, grep verbose. So if you give this option, what will happen is this grep command will work in opposite direction. Except TMPFS, it will give you the lines. Okay. See, now you got this one. So this line don't have TMPFS in its entry, and this also don't have. But this is the heading, file system type. This is the heading. We don't want this one as well. So in that case, what you have to do is another option, capital E, and now you need to give R. So this symbol means R. Okay, file, what is it? Sorry. File system. Now, if you give this capital E option, sorry, capital E option, you can have OR condition. I don't want either TMPFS. This symbol means, pipe symbol means OR in programming, and this one. Now, command not found. Very simple syntax mistake here. Sorry, there is no braces. It should be in this quotes. Okay, so this is the command you are getting. I don't want TMPFS. I don't want file system. So the only entry we have is this one. Okay, so now you got the entry. You need to get this value 32%, and this is the partition. So when you are sending email to the users, you need to send which partition and how much current usage. Okay, 32% is used generally. So we need to get the actual values. You know the AWK command and cut command. So we are going to use them. Okay, for now, you can just have this command. So disk usage. I took this one. Okay, so this is the command. Now, generally in real-time systems, you will have more than one disk. Okay, so for that you will get multiple entries. Now we will see how to attach multiple disks. Attach EBS. Attach EBS volume to running EC2 instance. Okay, you will get this task generally. So how to attach more volume to the running EC2 instance if the volume is not sufficient. Okay, let us go to volumes directory, volumes option here. This is just like hard disk. You are connecting hard disk to your Windows laptop. First, you need to create the volume. Just create the volume. And one condition here is if your EC2 instance is in which availability zone? It is in US East 1C. Okay. So your EBS also should be in the same agent. This is the condition. Why? Because you are connecting hard disk. Ideally, you can keep the hard disk 10 kilometers away. Suppose your laptop is in your home and hard disk can be 10 kilometers away, but you need to have the wire to connect from your laptop to the hard disk. But if you do like that, what will happen? The latency, the transferring the data from your laptop to 10 kilometers away is very difficult. So that is why generally the condition from AWS is, or even generally general common sense is, wherever your instance is, your EBS volume also should be in the same availability zone. Otherwise, they will not connect with each other. Okay. So just while creating EBS volume, make sure it should be inside US East 1C, wherever your instance is running. Okay. And then create volume. Okay. Within seconds, your volume will be ready. So this is available. Once you created this, you need to attach it. Attach volume. Now automatically it will show up. Okay. This is the instance in that US East 1C. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Now attach volume. Okay. Your volume is attached, but let us go and then check here TF-HT, but it is not showing here. We have only one 10 GB memory. So I'm just writing a condition. EBS volume should be in same agent where your instance is running. Okay, this is one of the condition. And then steps. By default, you can't see the volume in Linux server. We need to do some configuration. So you'll get the clear documentation from AWS that you can just search how to add EBS volume to the running EC2 instance. So if you issue this command, then you can see the volumes attached. Okay, so you can see, so this is one 10 GB disk and this is the extra one. If you see part, it means it is attached to the, it is available to the Linux server. If you see disk, this means it is available, but it is not configured. So in Linux server, whenever you add extra volume, definitely you need to configure it. So that configuration process is given by AWS clearly in the documentation. First, let us take root access. Now, if you give lsblk command, here you can see this. This is the volume we created just now, but it is not partition. So you need to do partition to make it available to the Linux server. Okay, first step is this one. You can check the volume available or not using below command. And the next this is for the old one. Okay, just issue this command. This will show us the file system is available or not. Yeah, file system is available. The fourth one is this one. First, you need to create the file system. Okay. Create file system from volume. Generally, Linux administrators will do this, but for an idea, we are doing this. And after this, the command is you can just try to install. Obviously, it is installed by AWS. And this is already installed. Now you need to create one directory. So generally, why we need to create directory? Whenever you install pen drive, it will take one directory, right? That is disk F or disk G. So similarly in Linux also, whenever you are mounting an extra volume, we need to create the directory manually. Okay? So that is through this option, you are creating the directory and then you are telling Linux, mount the created file system to this directory. That's it. Okay. Now it is mounted. Very simple. Now you can just check df-ht. Now you are able to see another directory as well. Now two volumes are available. Two hard disks are available to your Linux server. So why I am telling this? Because we need to loop it. So in real-time projects, you will have more volumes attached. Okay. So now you need to send email for all the disks attached to your EC2 instance. That is why I added another instance. So now let us make the disk usage threshold disk usage threshold. Let us give as 1%. Okay, because I want to send this email for all the disks. So it is already 2%. So I'm taking the threshold as 1%. In real-time projects, you can take up to 70%. Okay. Now I want to loop through it. I got the entries. I want to loop through it to check the actual usage is more than threshold or not. First, I should get this entry. Second, I should get this entry. So now the while loop. So there is while loop to read the disk usage. And script. These guys are wrote the script only for one partition, but I want for more partitions. For multiple partitions. So the same while loop, but it will have something like internal field separator. Yeah, storing this. Okay, so there is a while loop. Okay, I know this anyhow. So there is a while loop. Last time we practiced a while loop. So that is just while reading the line. So we have just one option, while IFS equal to space and then read line. So what is this? IFS equal to space is nothing but internal field separator is space. IFS equal to space means internal field separator is space. Okay, that's it, nothing much. Do and write your statements here, and then you need to give your output. So this is the simple syntax. The output is this one, dollar disk usage. Now let us just print and then let us see what is happening. Output dollar line. Okay, this is the simple syntax. Now let us push this and then check the output there. Hit status, hit add, hit commit -m, hit script, hit push. So now let us clone that. Hit clone. Okay, as H disk usage. So now we are getting, see, two lines here printed one by one. So now we need to format this. First, I want this percentage. Okay, this one I want. So how can you do this? So now this is the command. Let us use AWK command. You know this AWK command to cut the line. Print. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. Print $6. Okay. Now you are getting 32% and 2%. Okay. But I don't want percentage. Now cut -d, delimiter using percentage and F1. Okay. Now you are getting the number for comparison. So just take this command. Usage equal to dollar echo dollar line and then this one. So this will give you, this command will give you usage in number format for comparison. Okay. And I want partition also. How you get partition? Again, this one, and now you can just give $1. Okay, you are getting the partition. So this is just AWK command to get the partition. Echo dollar line and this one. This command will give us partition. Okay. Now you need to check. Now you need to check whether it is more than threshold or not. Okay. So we know it is if condition. If usage dollar usage is greater than or equal to dollar disk usage threshold. Okay. If it is true, then we should create some message format. The message equal to here. First, I'm creating a variable with empty, and now here you should do like this. It means because when the second time you are iterating, you need to append to the existing message. This one is append. Plus means add to the existing message. That is what it means. Okay. If you just give this one, when the second time it is getting iteration, then the previous message will be lost. So that is why we need to use this one. Message equal to, you can just give some message. High disk usage on partition this one. Okay. This is the usage. Okay. So you are giving this message, and then let us end this. If it is less than threshold, you don't need to do anything. Okay. So it will iterate for 2 times, and then 2 messages will be added. Now finally, let us print the message. Dollar message. Okay. Now let us check. Git pull. sh disk usage.sh. Now you can see high disk usage on dev xvda1, that is 32, and then high disk usage on dev xvdf1, that is 2%. Okay, now we want actually a new line format here because these two are mixed up. And what I can do here is /n actually. It is for the new line format. Just giving -v here. Git pull. Okay, you can see this. You are getting in a proper format. So now you got the output, you got the message. I will show you what will happen if you don't give plus here. You can see the latest message is appending the previous message. That is why you should always give plus here. It will add to the previous message. That is the difference. Now this is over. Now we need to send an email. We have already the format. This is the email. We have the format already. Concepts and then Gmail. Let us take this one. And this is the email. So email, what you write it is this message, $message, and then subject, high disk usage, and you send email to info@joindevops.com. Now let us try. Hit pull. Okay, now let us see whether we received email or not. We haven't received. What's wrong here? This is the subject, this is the body, and this is the to address. Oh, sorry, this is in another file. Okay. Here it is. Git pull. Okay, now we should have received email. You can see you got the email. Okay. But the format is not correct. Let us improve the format. So ideally, I want hi there or hi team name. Hi team name. There is a alert type. So we can have emails for multiple types like RAM and disk usage and number of incoming connections and too much data, too much network usage. So there are a lot of alert types for a monitoring team. There is a alert in the system. Please take appropriate action. Okay. And then here you write a message and then regards. You can say monitoring team. Okay. So this is the message. I'm just taking it into proper format, large format. And then there is an alert. This can be read. This also can be read. Okay. So this is the text format. You need to convert into the HTML format. So I use this generally. You can use any website to convert the text into HTML. Because you need to give HTML format to the email commands and HTML beautifier, HTML format or whatever. So if you paste here, so this is the HTML format. So now I need to create a template for this. Template.html. So why I am doing like this is, so usually you have a lot of alerts. You need to prepare template email and trigger this with respective alerts and emails. Email messages. So that is why I'm making it as template. So templating is a universal concept. What does template mean? So generally, if you go to the bank also, they will give you a form where you have to fill your details. So that is what the templates. This is the template. You need to submit the actual team name and what is the actual alert type and what is the actual message. Yes, there can be multiple alert types, multiple teams working on. So you need to create a common thing. So this is the centralized format. You should not do the code duplication in every script. Now, if I write email scripting here and then email command here, that is not good, right? You can make one common mail.sh and from there you can trigger emails. Now I'm creating mail.sh here. So first thing, what you want here, you need to send, you need message, you need subject, I mean body. And then what else you need? So first, you are writing this script as a common script. You want the first argument to be to address. And then you want the subject as second argument. So why I'm writing this script? Anyone in your project can call this script with arguments. So again, this is dry principle. Don't repeat yourself. You no need to write the code each and every script. You can write a common script and then you can call this script from anywhere. Body, it should be third argument. And then team name, it should be fourth argument. Okay. And then alert type. What is this alert type? And it should be $fifth argument. So how should you call the script? Mail.sh, and you need to give to address, and you need to give subject, you need to send the body, you need to send the team name, and you need to send the alert type. Okay, so this is what others should call. Now from the disk usage, what I do here is I will call mail.sh. Okay, to address is info@joindevops.com. And then what is the second argument? It is subject. Subject is high disk usage. Okay, when you have spaces in your text, always go for double quotes. Okay, then this is treated as second argument. It is must to use either double quotes or single quotes if you have spaces in your message. And what is the third one? Body. So the body should be message. This is the body. And the fourth argument, team name and alert type. Team name, for example, DevOps team. And alert, high disk usage. Okay. Why I am telling this is because you have to understand this principle of not repeating. You can use the common scripts. Okay, you are calling mail.sh. Now you got all the details. Just I'm printing this. Echo all args. How can you get all args? There is a special variable $@. Okay. So now let us push and then test here. sh disk usage.sh. So there is an error. Okay, mail.sh command not found. .sh is already available here. Why is it not found? Okay, it is shell script, right? So you need to call other scripts from your existing script. So you'll get this question: how to call other shell script from your current script? Just giving sh and then the script name, the same way how you execute. So there is another method also we will get to know shortly. Okay. Now, yeah, run this. Okay, you got all arguments. This is the message and everything, you got it. So now from here, you can use the mail command. What is that mail command? What is the mail command? I'm commenting this. This is body, $body, and this is subject, $subject, and this is to address, to address. Body, you need to prepare it. So as I said, we have some template here. Okay, we need to This is our template. Yeah. So we need to put the values inside this template. So for that purpose, we need to understand the SED editor. This is the main editor for our. So generally, if you don't have SED editor, what you do, you will go to this template.html and then you will replace this with your actual content. But in shell scripting, VAM editor is not at all useful. VAM editor is for the human user who is logged in into the Linux server. There you can use VIM editor and then you can edit the values. Okay, you can go here, you can edit. But how can shell script open the editor? So for the shell script, there is a separate editor called SED editor, that is Streamline editor. Stream is nothing but the meaning of stream is running thing. So Streamline editor is a running version of the editor. Now let us understand, let us learn this editor. I'm just copying one file for practice purpose. Okay, cat password. Let me change the settings. To make it visible. Okay. So this is the file. Now SED editor, the command is SED. Again, let us go for correct. Creation of line. Update the lines. And delete the lines. Reading anyhow we know. So these are the major three operations. How can you add the extra line in this file? SED -E. This is the syntax. And I want a line to be added after first line. One means first line, A means append, and you give the text. I'm giving good morning. And what is the file? Password. Now you can see this command is adding a text good morning after line 1. Adding good morning after line 1 to file password. Okay. I want before line 1. So what is the command? Again, the same command, but instead of A, we'll go for I. I means insert before line 1. That's it. I. Now you can see it is inserted good morning before line 1. Now let us check the file whether it is really edited. You can see the content you have given is not here. So that is the purpose of SED editor. SED editor is Streamline editor. You can use this as a temporary editor. Okay. It will do changes temporarily, not permanent. Okay. So if you want permanent, use -I option instead of -E option. Okay. Carefully observe this. Now till now, whatever the changes I did here, it is not actually stored. But if you want to store the changes permanently, then you can use SED instead of -E, I want -I. Now you just give cat password. Now you can see your change is permanent. So that is the difference between -I and -E. So SED is mandatory for shell scripting. Now I want to update the lines. Okay. For example, so this is the notepad, right? If you want to update a good with good text, generally what you do, you will find the file and then you will replace with something else. So similarly in SED, you can have an option to update the lines. sed-e temporary change. You know, S for replacement in VIM editor, slash vote to find, and then slash vote to replace. And you should give slash also and the file name. Okay, so now let us see this. I want to replace this word. Let me take no login. I want to replace this word with login. SED-E, S for substitute. Which word you want to replace? No login with login, and slash, then you give password. Okay, now you can see your word is replaced with another word, that is no login with login. Okay, so by default, what this one will do is, this one will replace the first occurrence in every line. Okay, so now let us see another example. I want to replace with root with no root. SED-E, S for substitution. I want to replace root with no root. Okay, slash. Now password. So what happened? Only the first occurrence is replaced, not all the occurrences. So that is the meaning of, yes, if you want all occurrences, you need to use G for global. Okay, now let us use G. You can see all occurrences. So that is the option of substitute. It is nothing but update. And let us go for delete. SED-E, vote to delete, and then space T. That's it. Okay. Now I want to delete all the lines which has the word has been. SED-E, give your word has been, and D for deletion. That's it. Now you can see all the entries are deleted which has the word has been. But all these changes are temporary. If you want permanent, use -I. Okay, now you can just check. These are the permanent changes. So SED editor is important because this template.html should be kept like that. You need to temporarily substitute the team names, not permanently. Okay. So now let us use this SED editor. So before this, I'm constructing a proper template. Okay. So final body equal to dollar, this one SED-E. Okay. And then I want to substitute. I should not go for -I because that will do the permanent damage. I should only go for temporary change. S/team name / DevOps team. Okay, you can give G also, not a problem. Okay. And then another substitution, another -E, S for, what is the another placeholder. This one we call it as placeholder. You will always replace this with actual content at runtime. Alert type high disk usage. Okay. And then another -e. So that is message. You are replacing this message with our actual body. Here you can go for double quotes because dollar will only work in double quotes, not single quotes. Okay, remember this. Okay. And then what else? That's it. So these are the placeholders. Finally, it is template.html, the file name. So now what will happen? Shell script will open this template.html and temporarily it will do the changes. It will replace the placeholders with the actual content, DevOps team and alert type, and then the body. And then it will store the temporary content in a variable final body. So now you can send email. So this is the final body, subject, and then to address. Now let us push and pull. Message disk usage. So there is a syntax error, unknown option. Yes, in somewhere. Yeah, this is correct. But what is happening here is we are using slashes, but our content also has slashes. Generally, you need to escape this. Otherwise, there will be a misunderstanding. So there is a simple thing, how to escape SCD content in shell script. Okay. Escaping pattern. So this is the escaping pattern actually. Your body equal to dollar then CD hyphen this one. Input is $3. So now what will happen is it will escape the slashes and then let us print here. Echo escaped content. Body. Now you should give this let us push here because SCD editor is also based on slashes. If you give slashes again, so it will confuse. Now let us edit this. Now you can see your content is escaped. /dev is escaped with this one, and this is escaped. So that is how you should use, but still there is an error. Unterminated S option. So there is some error here. So this, what we can do, we can use our variable that is $5 or alert type. This is team name. Okay. Team name, alert type, and message body and final body. So formatting is always, generally it will take time. Okay. If you are not interested, you no need to concentrate on formatting the things. You can just proceed. Line number 17, line number 19, there is an error. Seventeen is this one. Where is line number 19? Looking for managing. Is there any single code? Can someone please check and tell me? Yeah, here. Thank you. So here one double quote is missed. Thanks so much. So generally formatting and decoration will take some time. Again, there is a this double quote is ended. This double quote is ended. Address. Just try to keep this one also in double quotes. Really no need because I don't have any spaces. And terminated as command. Template.html is here only. This is ended and this is ended and this is also ended. Something need to be pulled out again. Hit pull. Now sh, this usage.sh. Character 86. Let's go for character 86. It is showing here. It is ended. Let us check here. Cat mail.sh. Vim mail.sh. Where is character 86? Usually this is ended. Second. In final body, it has something. Let us just check the error again. Oh yeah, here it is. So as I said, this slash is mandatory. Okay. Thank you, Ganesh. Yeah, thank you, Vinod, Shiva. You guys found it. Yeah. G is not mandatory, but the slash is mandatory. Okay. G is also mandatory when you have multiple occurrences. But anyhow, we have only one occurrence. Hit pull. Now let us run this. Yeah, you got the escaped content and you should have received the email also. Yeah, but you can see you got the email. If you just beautify it, you will get it. Where is this HTML formatter? HTML beautifier. You can see, hi DevOps team, there is a high disk usage in the system. Please take appropriate action. And you're getting this message, but your Gmail is showing it is in HTML format. So you need to inform Gmail you are sending HTML message. Okay, just another search, how to send HTML message in Gmail, in mail command, for example, mail command. Okay, you need to enable an extra option, that is this one. Okay, so inside your content, you need to tell the Gmail as this content type is HTML and then show it as HTML. So this is what you have to do. So for that purpose, I'm copying this one. Mail, this is the subject. And then you have to tell, you have to add this one. It means you are informing mail command. This is HTML content. Okay. And inside this, it should be like this. So I am printing subject. This is the format. Here, if you see, this is the format. I'm printing the subject and then I am telling this is the HTML format. Okay, you no need to spend too much extra time on this. You just copy and paste this one when you are practicing it. Okay. So now this should be proper. Okay, now you can see, hi DevOps team, there is a high disk usage in the system. Please take appropriate action. High disk usage on this one, but it is not taking care of. New line. should not have space. Anyhow, already we spent too much time. This is enough for now. Okay, you can just correct this why it is not taking care of it as new line. I think maybe you just take care when you are practicing it. Okay. So no need to spend too much time on decoration, but this is giving some confidence because this is how we get emails in our projects, not like this, right? So that is why I spent some extra time on this. Okay, so we completed our script. Now you can use cron tab to schedule this every 1 hour. So every 1 hour your Linux will run this script and it will send an email. Okay, so right now any team, any person, any team in your project, they can use this mail.sh command to send the properly formatted message. So why I have created this, because the shell script developers, they don't need to understand how to configure email because they may not have the email configuration details. Only few persons administrators have the details, so they will take care of configuration, email configuration. And as a shell script developer, your responsibility is only to trigger that mail.sh command with proper arguments. That's it. Okay, maybe you don't know the Gmail configuration details or email configuration details because those are very confidential. Everyone is not exposed with that. Okay, already we spent a lot of time. Now let us do our RoboShop things. So we have spent enough time on shell scripting, understanding all these concepts, whatever we learned and then whatever we practiced. Now we are going to do with RoboShop shell. Okay. So I'll go with some speed now. First thing, mongodb.sh. Okay, we will do the configuration of MongoDB using shell script. First, let us create an instance. Maybe after 1 or 2 sessions, we will do the instance creation also automatically. MongoDB.sh. Sorry, MongoDB. This is MongoDB. And DevOps practice. So using AWS command line options, we can automate this creation of instances as well as Route 53 record updations also using shell script. We'll discuss that in tomorrow's session actually. So creating the instance and then update the private IP address in our Route 53 record. So these 2 things you have to do. Edit record and update your new IP address. Okay. Readme dot. What are the steps here? Create instance and then update Route 53 record. So these are manual for now, but anyhow, we will automate this one as well. /bin/bash. So we have our documentation ready. Just let us go through that documentation and then create things. MongoDB.md. So first thing is you should have some mongo.repo. So what I will do here, I'll create a file mongo.repo and then here copy the content. MongoDB.sh, the first thing you should be root user. I'm copying this and copying the validations. Okay. Logs directory, can just giving it as /temp, and this one is good. Yes, these things date and then logging and checking the user ID is root or not, and validations. So all these things are ready. Now let us proceed. So we have mongodb.repo. So we need to copy this here. So copy mongo.repo is already here into this folder. Okay. And then just do a validation. Validate $? Copied mongodb repo into m.repos.t. So, and always use log file. Okay. And after this, what is the command? Installing. Same again, validate, pass exit status, installation of MongoDB. This is done. And then enable start, and you need to edit this file. So this is where we have the streamline editor. So in etc mongod.conf, you need to replace this one with 0.0.0. So now here you should not go for temporary changes because you need permanent changes here. sed-i s for substitution 127.0.0.1 with 0.0.0.0 slash. Don't forget this slash. And what is the file? This is the file. After that, you go for restart. Okay, keeping validations at every point is good. Validate $exit status, enabling MongoDB, and then validate $starting MongoDB, and validate $edited MongoDB conf, and finally validate the restart also. Restarting MongoDB. Okay, that's it. All the time, redirect the log files. And okay. Yeah. But giving the command, doing the validation. Giving the command, doing the validation. That's it. Now, let us log into our instance, MongoDB. Rename this tab MongoDB. And then let us push this. Pd RoboShop shell. I need to create the directory. So I'll initializing it as git repo, and then let me create the directory here. New repository, RoboShop shell. Okay, public. Now add SSH if you have SSH authentication. Otherwise, you can go for git remote add origin HTTPS also, not a problem. Okay, git add, git commit created MongoDB and git push origin master. Okay, and clone this, git clone and go inside ls-l sh mongodb.sh. Okay, you are getting the error. That is good. Sudo sh mongodb.sh. So copying the Mongo repo into m.repos.de is success. And then next it is installing the MongoDB in background. Okay. It is installing in background. Let us see that also. tail-f/temp/ okay. Completed installation. It enabled, it started, it edited, and then it restarted. Now to get the confirmation, what you have to run here, netstat-lntp. Okay, you can see it is not 127.0.0. And then systemctl status MongoDB. So MongoDB. Okay. Just the same way you can install all our components using shell script. So finally, the point is shell script is nothing but keeping your commands one by one in a file with some validations and some best practices. That's it. Not even shell script, any scripting. Okay. Scripting means automation. We are automating the manual process of installations or configurations through the shell script. That is nothing but keeping everything in a single file .sh. And it is our responsibility because the computers don't have common sense. We should always do some validations and some best practices for the user experience. Okay, that's it. So now you can stop here till here today. So tomorrow we can complete the RoboShop because we spent more time already on shell scripting to understand the concepts. Because why I spent too much time here is these are the concepts like variables, conditions, loops, functions. The same concepts will be repeated in Ansible, in Terraform, or in Python, whatever the scripting, even like PLSQL, whatever the scripting you are programming, you learn, the same concepts will be repeated. That's why I spent more time to make you understand the best practices as well as the coding concepts. Okay. So tomorrow, I'll just increase the speed to complete the RoboShop. So today, if you are lagging, practice all those concepts. Yeah, you can stop till here and then have a few questions. Yes, Sheikh Ahmed.
Yeah, hi Shiva, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Yeah, Shiva, while we are executing in the back end, how much memory it will be allocated for declaring the value variables and all. So we will
That that one you need you need to go to the kernel level, operating system developer.
so that we don't need to be worried
No
about.
need. That is like kernel developers. I mean, it means like Linux operating system developers.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to understand. Okay.
And one more thing, like when we are checking the Git log, right? So
Git
when
log.
yeah,
Yeah,
when I am seeing it is only capturing only few logs, like only recent logs.
Git log. Maybe there is an option all. I think I just committed only once. No, it will not only capture the recent logs. It will log everything.
So that's what even I saw. So whatever the logs we did today are only those are
No, you
declared.
will get all the logs. You can say this here. Right? This is the message. This is the date. This is the person. The same thing is going to the GitHub server as well.
So to capture all the logs, in that case, we need to maintain the server for quite long time. The same server,
Yeah,
right?
obviously.
Yeah.
We started this from 16th August, this one, maintaining this repo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So only these many logs were there. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm having a few doubts in scripting. Whenever we are giving a tab, like for example, we are giving before echo yum. So is this any specific reason we need to follow or
Where I'm giving tab.
shell scripting.
Mhm. Yeah, this is readable format, right? If everything is in a single line,
Hmm.
so it is not, this is not good. This will work, but this is not looking good. That is why.
Okay, just for format purpose.
Yes, just for readable format. That's it.
And the sequence we need to maintain, uh, is there is the specific sequence? Like first we need to give variables
That is
and
again
condition.
best practice. That is not the mandatory thing. Okay. You can keep function anywhere. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So Linux or shell script will not execute this. When it will execute this one is whenever you call. Otherwise, it will not execute. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
in
then, yeah,
okay,
tell me,
go ahead.
tell me.
Like in our session 13, you have told about redirection.
Okay.
So by watching that video, I have few doubt like when we are giving ls hyphen l and redirection
Hmm.
ls.log, that is creating any log file.
Yeah, it is creating log file.
Okay, that redirection will create a log file.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
echo hello. So what is this creating? Hello dot. It is creating hello dot tt.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, file will get created with okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
yes, as of now that's it.
Yeah. Thank you. Srinivas?
Hi, Shiva.
Yeah.
Uh, the SSH authentication not working. I tried maybe 15, 20 times. I don't know how to resolve that.
Yeah, actually, we have taken more Q&A sessions and Slack everywhere. We try to uh, clear your issues. I have uploaded the Q&A session recording link also, and you post in Slack also. Some of us will definitely help you.
Yeah, that will be helpful.
So there is
Oh,
a
it is
Q&A
in
session
the
recording link also. Yesterday also we cleared for few persons. Okay, and I
okay. I
mentioned the
will go
troubleshoot.
to
Yeah,
okay. I
go
will
to the
go to
record.
that recording and let me try again. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
sure. So
Yeah.
if that is stopping you, no need to do it mandatory. Okay, it's not mandate. You can always go for HTTPS also, not a problem. Just go forward. Don't stop yourself.
Oh, okay. Then I
Later you
will
can
use.
take care.
Yeah, if it is not resolved, I will go for HTTP. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions from anyone? Yes, Aparna? Can speak. Not able to hear you. Aparna, I cannot hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, at last you did MongoDB configuration with DNS, no, sir?
Yeah, correct.
At that time, like you said, for to delete records, because it is give some cost like that. So
Yeah, it is
we
when you create
deleted at
again.
that time.
You
Okay,
create again.
I need to create all records.
Yeah.
So
So
that
if
I need to create all the configuration manually for RoboShop.
yes, do this manually. Later we will automate through shell scripting as
We'll
well.
do manually and we'll keep that private IPs in DNS record, and again we need to create records.
Yeah. So free tier, you can keep the records. That is not a problem. You will not be charged. Okay. This is your new account, right? So you can keep the records whenever is required. You can change the values. Okay. If you create new server for MongoDB, then you can change the value, just like what I did now.
Yeah, that is what I'm thinking. It's very time-taking process to create all the things manually and again configure with
It
DNS.
is fine when you are learning. It is
Yes,
fine. If it
that is
takes time.
okay. Okay, fine, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
If you are confident, then keep the records. Not a problem. This is not charged.
you. Okay, sir.
So tomorrow before the session, I'll create all the instances. I will update all the records. Okay, because our valuable time of session is uh, spending for creation of instances and updating the records. That's what we can do tomorrow. And then, yeah, so just one point. So this is the RoboShop project, right? So API tier will run successfully when we have DB tier running successfully. Web tier will run successfully when we have all the API tier components exist. So when you are creating, you should come from right to left. First create this completely, and then later create this completely. And then later you can finally complete web component. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we do tomorrow. I'll create all the DB tier. I'll create all the API tier. And then finally I'll create web tier. Okay. Thank you so much. That's all for today. Have a nice day. See you in tomorrow's session. Bye-bye. Just practice all the shell scripting concepts. Tomorrow we will complete our RoboShop. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.